We all want to be sure that our loved ones are safe and protected. That goes doubly so when it comes to our dirt bikes.
That being the case, today we're going to take a look at one of the most important pieces of dirt bike protective gear, along with the performance and the durability that can be expected from it, and why you may or may not choose this particular brand.
Skids and stuff.
We're talking the Acerbis high impact polypropylene bash plate, skid plate.
We tested on a Suzuki DR650, but most of the features and the performance discussed hold true for all Acerbis skid plate models.
Before we get into some of the lesser known points and the pros and cons, I'll quickly take you through a few of the main points that may be a factor when deciding if this Acerbis skid plate is right for you.
Firstly, it's made from a 8mm thick, impact resistant polypropylene composite. So yeah, it's plastic, but it's supposed to be taking a beating from me and my bike. Yeah, the plastic ones are strong. As personally, I'll pick plastic bash plate, even from my Enduro days. Plastic over alloy every time. The Warpig's done 30,000 kilometers since installation of this bash plate, and bashing the plate into and through all the rocks and the logs and just everything we could come across, with nothing much more than scratches, a little bit of gouging, no cracks to speak of. So she's strong in that regard. The plastic's more likely to glide across the rocks and the logs without jagging and makes for quite a ride overall. You don't get the engine noise. You'll find with an alloy plate you get the engine noise reflecting up into you to quite a large extent really, and it's definitely noticeable. This is quite a ride all around, and it may even save you a day in the shed hunting that curious tingling sound that it turns out to just be a little stone stuck between the engine and the alloy bash plate tinging around. The Acerbis skid plate is thicker than alloy plates for better vibration reduction and impact absorption. Yet it's lighter in most cases, and it has a bit of give to it, so it doesn't affect the standard frame rigidity.
There's that confidence to attack rocky, snotty terrain that the bash plate gives you. Oh, there's another bit around there. I'll have to go around and have a look at that hill. What do we got here? We're going to beat this one first, eh? Second gear. Let's get some speed up. Boom, boom. Not really ideal to do jumps in the halfway up the hills, but when the opportunity presents.
One of my favourite features of polypropylene skid plate, like a plastic skid plate, while being prone to scratches and a little bit of gouging, they don't dent and become deformed on impact. The deformation from dents on an alloy plate can create headaches when it comes to removing and reinstallation, say for cleaning, when you want to try and line up the mounting holes on the plate with the frame mounting points. Or the mounting hardware can become flogged and loose and jiggling around. This is never going to be an issue with the plastic Acerbis skid plate. Mounting the Acerbis couldn't be easier, if a little bit fiddly. The mounting hardware is as sturdy as one could hope, with rubber sleeved hooks to go over the front rails, and an enforced boxed section attaching the frame's existing mount points at the rear. There have been reports of bolt and washer issues, but we find the bolt lengths are fine as shown on the installation guide, and the oversized washers for the rear mount can just be disposed of. We recommend loosely mounting the rear bolts first to support the plate while you groot finger the front hooks into place. Tighten all the 5mm Allen head bolts, and this Acerbis fits like a glove. Your frame rails are well protected all the way to the rear, and the coverage is sufficient for protection from full frontal impacts. Wrapping up the edges of the case, but not so much designed for dropping your bike onto its side. For this, we recommend dedicated stick-on case savers as shown here. It is possible to easily fashion an extension out of a kitchen cutting board or such, should you want an oil filter guard. I haven't gone that way, but being plastic, it is nice to be easily able to modify the plate. Right after filming this, I took the Warpig out to get more skid plate bashing clips for this video, and managed to drop the bike perfectly onto a rock to crack the oil filter cover. So maybe making that removable guard extension is worth looking into. As far as modification goes though, I did drill a couple of extra holes to aid for cleaning and drainage to go alongside of the perfectly placed oil changing port, meaning the plate doesn't need to be removed for oil changes. When on extra muddy rides, I can then shoot the water through the little holes, punch some more water through just to get some mud out of there. And they're only small holes, so it doesn't seem to have impacted the strength of the skid plate at all. Also, as I'm just unfortunately finding out, it works excellent as a stand jack point for the front wheel stand. Priced at 160 Australian and right around 100 US, and considering the overall high durability, the set and forget design, the clean fit and look, this Acerbis skid plate for me is an absolute no-brainer. If you like the video, let us know by smashing that like button. It's the little thumb down the bottom of the video. Subscribe to the page for more vids. Peace!